Prophets of Deceit, a book published in 1949, provides a timeless analysis of how agitators manipulate public opinion by exploiting societal anxieties. Written in the aftermath of World War II, a time of global uncertainty, the book examines how these figures exploit societal cracks to push their agendas. What makes this work particularly striking is its enduring relevance, especially in today's world of social media and constant information flow. The book provides a framework for understanding manipulation, enabling readers to recognise and resist these tactics. The book begins by addressing the concept of social malaise, a pervasive sense of unease or dissatisfaction. This malaise often stems from real societal problems, but agitators do not seek to solve these issues. Instead, they distort and amplify them to fit their narratives. They act like doctors who blame illnesses on evil spirits rather than addressing the root causes. Their goal is not to provide solutions, but to point fingers, creating a sense of victimhood among their audience. This is what the book terms the dupe mentality, the belief that the audience is constantly being sabotaged by shadowy forces. The agitator tells their audience, "It's not your fault, you're being undermined by an enemy." This creates a classic us versus them dynamic, which is fertile ground for conspiracy theories. Complex problems are reduced to simplistic narratives of good versus evil, which can be dangerously appealing, especially in times of uncertainty. The book identifies 3 recurring themes that agitators use to manipulate their audience: forbidden fruit, the ruthless enemy, and the helpless enemy. These themes are powerful tools for emotional manipulation. The first theme, forbidden fruit, involves painting a vivid picture of the enemy's lavish and corrupt lifestyle. The agitator describes the enemy's wealth and indulgence in a way that is both repulsive and tempting. The audience is made to feel disgusted by the enemy's excesses, but also envious. This creates a psychological tension, a mix of moral outrage and desire, that keeps the audience hooked. The agitator exploits this tension to justify the audience's anger, making them feel morally superior while simultaneously fueling their resentment. The second theme is the ruthless enemy. Here, the agitator identifies specific individuals or groups as villains. These enemies are not merely people with differing opinions. They are portrayed as malicious, power-hungry, and actively working to harm the audience. This black and white portrayal leaves no room for compromise or understanding. The agitator uses fear and anger to shut down critical thinking, making it easier to convince the audience that these enemies are a threat to everything they hold dear. This tactic has been used throughout history to dehumanize opponents and justify hostility or even violence against them. The third theme, the helpless enemy, may seem contradictory at first. How can the enemy be both ruthless and helpless? The answer lies in the agitator's ability to shift narratives depending on their goals. When they want to instill fear, they emphasize the enemy's power and ruthlessness. But when they want to inspire action, they portray the enemy as weak and vulnerable, suggesting that they can be easily defeated. This dual portrayal manipulates the audience's emotions, alternating between fear and empowerment to maintain control. The book also examines how agitators position themselves within these narratives. They do not merely point fingers, they present themselves as the solution to the chaos they describe. Interestingly, they often play the victim card, portraying themselves as martyrs who are suffering for the cause. This allows them to connect with their audience on multiple levels. On one hand, they claim to have insider knowledge, presenting themselves as experts who understand the hidden truths. On the other hand, they emphasize their own struggles, creating a sense of shared experience with their audience. This combination of vulnerability and expertise is highly persuasive, making the audience feel both included and privileged to be part of an exclusive group that knows the real truth. What makes Prophets of Deceit so unsettling is how relevant these tactics remain today. Agitators still exploit fear, anger, and the human need for belonging to manipulate public opinion. They thrive in times of uncertainty, offering simple answers to complex problems and creating a sense of solidarity among their followers. The book's ultimate message is one of empowerment through awareness. By understanding these tactics, we can become more critical thinkers and resist manipulation. It encourages us to question easy answers, seek diverse perspectives, and think for ourselves.